in play. So this is green-white energy that's really in on Birthing Ritual here. So this is a deck we did well with like months ago. I think even when Nadu was around. And then I think this is a great deck to main deck Thraben Charm, because you just get to start looping Thraben Charm with Ephemerate, Eternal Witness, and just like kill your opponent's things, exile their graveyard. Sometimes the Destroy Enchantment is really relevant, but it's like a weirdly great card to control the game with the Ephemerate, Eternal Witness loop. This is a great Ephemerate deck in general. This is kind of like Selesnya Ephemerate control, where in some matchups you want to be ephemerating your Skyclave apparitions, some matchups your Eternal Witness, some matchups your White Orchid Phantom, the big mana matchups mostly, and Belcher, like White Orchid Phantom against Belcher in the main is awesome, and you just get to like flicker this a ton. Ranger-Captain also very good against Belcher. Birthing Ritual to dig for these cards. Eternal Witness also just buys back your Gydo Souls and your Ocelot Prides, and this allows you to like just have some degree of late game advantage against the Gydo Souls, Ocelot Prides. So I've been wanting to like play this deck in a tournament again, and like I think there's kind of not a better time to be playing this deck. So I have 5 more decks that I want to have at least one league done with by tomorrow. That Legacy deck, and then in about 2 hours, we'll be playing a Legacy LCQ to potentially also play in the Legacy Championship. No, Renegade Rallier makes me sad. Yeah, Rallier just sucks. I mean, it doesn't just suck, but I think it's worse than Skyclave, it's worse than Ranger-Captain, it's worse than Eternal Witness. But I do know that all of the stock green-white builds love their Renegade Ralliers, and they love their Voice of Resurgences, but I just don't think these cards are very good, unfortunately, despite them being pretty cool. Okay, so I'm just gonna off-stream grab this deck real quick. Okay, gonna get a Surveil Lantern one here. Definitely a good time to have White Orchid Phantom. White Orchid Phantom is, also kind of an underplayed card in this meta, I think. Obviously, Energy sideboards it pretty often. I think this is an answer to the Ring is probably going to be a nice one to have. Does the double white quartz come in the top? Yes, which Enchanter can enter untapped? Okay, my opponent played the Urza's Tower second. I've been killing the one they play first lately, because of this like little weird sub game where the good Tron players tend to play the one they have 2 copies of second. Certainly kind of a weird dynamic. And so like I think because all the really you're not playing basics, or they have the basics in the hand maybe. Well, and then we can just start going Eternal Witness, Ephemerate, the White Orchid Phantom. So this game is going to be over. Yeah, I kind of expect them to have that one of basic in their hand. I'm going to go and do this on their upkeep or in response to Kozilek's command. Rallier is super sick. I mean, Rallier is super sick and super cool, and it's a card people love to play. It's also worse than main deck Skyclave, Ranger-Captain, and Eternal Witness. I would not play the first copy of Rallier over any copies of this card, or of these cards. And I have 10 3-drops already, which is maybe one too many already, so just not very off of it. Okay, or not very on it. So that was a good game 1 here. Again, this is very much a very metagamed list. I'm going to bring these in. I'm going to cut, I think, all of the copies of Solitude. I might play 1 Thraben Charm. I might not. I might just play the 4th Skyclave. I should play 1 Mite, probably 2 Mites, 3 Skyclave. Mite Oof is a little bit of a nombo, but everything we're miting Oof gets anyway, so I think that's probably okay. Teeg is pretty insane too. Like, Teeg is kind of like an all-time high in Modern to some extent. Alright, this hand does not have sideboard cards against the Eldrazi Tron Gamer. We're going to keep this one with the hopes of being able to Surveil in the second white source, or potentially Boseiju still. No Damping Sphere. Yeah, Damping Sphere is not good against Tron so much. I mean, it's better against Tron than it is Titan. But for the most part, Damping Sphere for me is an anti-Titan and an anti-Storm card. That's what they're in the sideboard for. I don't think it's a particularly good plan in these matchups, especially when our Knight Errant plan seems to be a bit better. Yeah, Damping Sphere is for Titan, and it's for Storm. It's not really for Tron. I think I keep this so Boseiju can be channeled this game. And then next we can go Phantom, Ephemerate. Oh, sorry. Should have hit this one. It's okay. We're just going to hit all of them. Do you have a basic? Okay, yeah. Seems like it was probably just in their hand last game. There's a Seer. I usually don't get too scared facing Damping Sphere as a Titan player, but I might be wrong. I mean, Damping Sphere is one of the best sideboard cards against Titan. It is also, yeah, pretty beatable for them. This is the problem with Titan, is it is an incredibly difficult deck to attack if you don't get access to a Blood Moon or a Harbinger. This is I think both things are true. Just leave this back to double block. List on Moxfield has Nantuko in place of Skyclave. Okay, let me re-upload. Is Broodmoth too high on the curve? I get smoked by someone playing that with Broodmoth. I don't even know what Broodmoth is. Luminous Broodmoth? Yeah, this is maybe I should just be attacking now. This is the problem with the green-white Birthing Ritual players. Y'all want to play the cool cards. Let's play Luminous Broodmoth. Let's play Renegade Rallier. Let's be bad at every matchup. You know what I mean? It's like what are we targeting with these cards? You're worse against Energy. You're worse against Dimir. Maybe you're better against Dimir, but maybe it's just Dimir. Let's just play all of the sickos. They grab a Blast Zone here instead of the last Tron piece. Sorry, did I already get my Legacy deck? Yeah, you just want infinite values over these long grindy games that just don't really exist. You know what I mean? Like this is just not what Modern is like. Okay, so with them taking up the Blast Zone, I'm probably going to witness back the Boseiju this turn. Never mind. They knew about Boseiju. Oh, they knew about it from the Seer, right? Forgot. Okay, I'm going to finish this game, then I'm going to update the Moxfield. I'm going to update the... I'm going to join the Legacy tournament, too. Well, could be good to play either of these two cards here. But this seems a little too nice. Just have lethal next turn. Hopefully don't see an Urza's Mine. I already killed one of those. There's a second swamp. Wow, they drew one of their swamps again. So freaking unlucky, dude. A land would be nice to play both of these, but it's okay. we came very prepared, huh? Magic is easy, just draw you need. Hell yeah. I mean, I have a lot of good cards in this matchup. Commander Ocelot Teeg. Yeah, Teeg is kind of nuts in Modern right now. My opponents tell me have a good stream and that they're annoyed, and then they concede. Okay. Maybe it's just buried a little bit. So this spot's kind of interesting. I think it's actually better to lead on the Ocelot Pride, because Ocelot Pride's a bit better to curve into Birthing Ritual, potentially. My opponent has revealed another Devourer of Destiny, which also means I want to be more in on Birthing Ritual to dig for White Orchid Phantom. Yeah, so... Yeah, I did cut the Springheart Nantuko for Skyclave Apparition. And again, what's also nice is you can just sack the Ocelot Pride token and hit another Pride or a Guide if you have that option. Although I probably will sack the Pride for a... Yeah, if I hit a Knight, I'll sack it for the Ocelot Pride for it here. So stack the triggers to get the token first. Ritual on the stack. No 2-drop, no White Orchid Phantom, but we do just get to put a Pride into play. Sequencing paid off there. They played a Fleshraker. Almost definitely going to Solitude that. Fleshraker kind of implies that they're more of a combo build. Probably can't say no to... Oh, sorry, I'm going to Ranger-Captain and shuffle. Doesn't really matter too much, I suppose. I think I joined a Legacy League. Okay, thank you. Doing too many things at once, as always. Look at the cards. So now, yeah, I think I just don't sack the Ranger-Captain this turn. They have to have Ugin's Lab plus Ring, and we're not even that scared of that. Although, I mean, they're probably playing. Sorry, they're playing Brood Scale combo, right? Second Birthing Ritual. So I was going to go Guide of Souls Ephemerate so I could get my Ocelot Pride triggers. Now I think I should probably just go attack with these, Ephemerate the White Orchid Phantom, and then just play second Birthing Ritual. Couldn't you just sack it in response to Ugin's Lab trigger? Yeah, I guess that's true. We get a Wastes here. So there's another White Orchid Phantom. There's also a Skyclave, which I think getting rid of the Flesh Raker is going to be a lot more important than Skyclaving this temple. Although I will go ahead and hit this temple. My Renegade Ralliers, my Voice of Resurgence. Y'all just don't need them in this deck, I think. Those cards are kind of only good with Birthing Ritual, and Birthing Ritual good anyways. Okay, so I do think that their Brood Scale combo more likely than they are to be like a Tron variant. They could still weirdly be like a different Eldrazi variant that's not Brood Scale. The Teegs and the Oofs should still both be good. They should still both be good. That's what I'm kind of trying to say. But maybe we could just sideboard as if they are Brood Scale. So we're going to be like in on Skyclave, probably like down on Ranger-Captain, still keep the full 4 Solitudes, trim 1 Thraben Charm, cut 1 more card. Not sure what that 1 more card should be. Why did Energy drop White Orchid? Just fast enough, not a disruption. Yeah, that is the idea. This deck is not fast. Mite over Teeg. Yeah, we should have the first Mite. Teeg is, so like I guess we'll play less Teegs, but Teeg turning off Kozilek's Command and Ring is still pretty good. Yeah, I think we could maybe just play 1 Thraben Charm. Oh, Thraben Charm is also really good. We go down to Witness. But yeah, I think this build is really strong. I am like pretty seriously considering this one. Okay, sorry. Let me. I still haven't finished the Moxfield. This is also like, this is kind of indicative of my life right now too, where I'm doing too many things at once in life and I'm not like finishing them. I'm just like, I make like a little bit of progress every day on a bunch of things. It's kind of the same thing here with me playing the Modern Match and updating the Moxfield and joining this Legacy League. But I don't know. I also love living this way, so I don't really want to change. Yeah, life pretty good at the moment. Doing so much. Okay, joining the Legacy Last Chance. I might run low on play points. That's okay. Okay, on the draw, let's keep here. It is on a 7-card heap. They did reveal Devourer too. Yeah, I believe I've now joined the correct Legacy event. Where can we find details about tournament hosting? It'll be here on. You'll be able to see the details on Magic Online. It should be tomorrow, but I'm not in control of that. But the event should start on Wednesday. So actually, I'm okay with them taking the Solitude here. Maybe I'm not. I shouldn't be. But I think they'll just take the. They'll just take the White Orchid Phantom anyways, so it's going to be better to Solitude this year afterwards. Starting to think that their build is not is not Fleshraker, Broodscale, that they are just more of an Eldrazi Tron deck. Is the all access just available only for my event participants? It should. So what I have said when I've been told, and again, I'm not running the show behind the scenes, but what it should be is you buy the all access token. This gives you entry to the event, and it gives you all access for the week. If you don't want to play in the tournament, you can still buy the token and just all access, but it should also just be entry in. Let's go. Obviously, great top deck. So yeah, up to you if you want to play. If you can just get the all access token if you want, which was of course part of my intention with the structure. Okay, so they found a Chalice in 1. We have found a Skyclave. I'm gonna play the second Flagstone so I can surveil and hopefully find a good rip for next turn. What's more important to me, winning with off-meta or unique build, or winning whatever the best deck is to me? The most important thing to me at this point in my Magic career is building good, interesting, competitive decks for you, and sharing my ideas and letting you become, having these decks and these ideas and these tools in your repertoire. I love getting to come here and building decks and sharing my ideas every single day. This is my favorite shit ever. This idea sharing, deck building, streaming is much more emotionally, creatively, professionally fulfilling than tournament grinding ever was for me. That being said, I still kind of view myself as a hobbyist tournament grinder. It's kind of weird because, it's kind of weird to feel that way, but yeah, I kind of view the tournament stuff more as like icing on the cake. I get to sometimes grind tournaments, and this week I am more pivoting into that, but I just like to be a competitive deck builder. I just like to share my ideas and give them to you. To me, that's just way more important and fulfilling than winning even. How's this deck feel against energy? So I haven't played the matchup in a while. I used to feel like it was very good. This was before the ring was really established in double warping. Wow. This was before the ring was really a super established card in the archetype. So kind of hard to say for surezies. Play a Secluded Courtyard, 1 card in their hand. Pass the turn. I draw a land. I'm going to play this. Maybe they'll think about Solitude. Are there anywhere close to a board wipe? They're kind of close to an All's Dust. Now they can cast All's Dust. They have the second temple. They're down to 10. I don't think that they have anything in their hands. Or just they get another Warping Well, I guess. Another land for them. Now they're playing a spell. What are we hoping for? Devourer, Mycospawn. Mycospawn would be okay. Yes. Should probably go after Flagstones, whatever. They just get another... They got Cavern of Souls. Well, certainly Birthing Ritual is a nice pickup. I'm going to keep holding this Temple Guard in the hand just to kind of bluff that I have. I guess if I could hit Witness and to hold up Solitude, I would play it. Just to bluff that I have something, potentially. So I could Skyclave the Mycospawn. Yeah, I think that's better than, sack this, put Guide of Souls or Might into play. Puts them on a 2-turn clock, also. And I think I will hold this Ocelot Pride in my hand for All's Dust because they're just dead next turn. Easy sack this, grab a Witness. I guess I grab Solitude. Yeah, my Kingdom for a Luminous Broodmoth. I like sacking Skyclave to keep flying. Maybe. But we can just sack that thing later. Okay, so nice 2-0-4-0 over Eldrazi. I was seen 23 days ago on Dimir Murktide. This hand is maybe a little too slow. I think I'm gonna click the keep button. Would be feeling a lot more comfortable with this keep on the play. I think the energy matchup is tough. Yeah, I mean, if the energy matchup just ends up being tough, like it might be, then we're probably not going to play this. But we'll hopefully run into it a couple times. I will likely not be picking any... Okay, White Orchid Phantom is the best card in Modern, it seems, from our testing today. Yeah, but I will be likely not registering any deck that isn't good against energy, I feel. Yeah, well, your Ranger-Captain White Orchid Phantom should help this matchup a lot. If we see a Flare, okay, we see a Shoal and a Seagate. What do you use to see what deck they played last? So, the MTG bot, which is a Magic the Gathering stream extension, somehow uses like MTG Goldfish data to like check. I think what it does is it searches their username on MTG Goldfish, and if they have played something or if there's something published, it posts it here, as I believe how it works. Could keep that. I think I'm gonna graveyard. Okay, got one anyways. I'm gonna jam this here. If they shoal, they shoal. We kind of have to get through it. We could maybe have played the Birthing Ritual this turn, but they pitch an Archaeologist. But maybe next turn I can play Ranger-Captain, sack Ranger-Captain, get a 1-drop, then play Birthing Ritual 1-drop, get another Skyclave. Or sorry, White Orchid Phantom. Although, I think with the Skyclave in my hand, I don't need to sack Ranger-Captain so badly. Although my opponent may were here. Okay, bounces back, sure. Tap land, 3 cards in their hand. Play my land first to play around the Terrari Disruption, I guess. And then we can now just fetch a Surveillant. They got 2 cards. Maybe they just tap out for a Belcher. Maybe they have another Flare. I think I'm not playing around Disruption anymore. I think they would have played it as a land. Upkeep stop just in case we hit Ranger-Captain. I might want a second. I might not also. Okay, they response Waterlogged Teachings. So they're gonna shoal me. Could have done this first to play around Flare too. It's kind of a fun matchup. We maybe should have like second Boseiju in the board. Although we have Teeg and Oof. Teeg is really good. It stops up Whir and Belcher. They do find Whir. So they probably have a Tamashi in their hand. Okay, so we hit Witch Enchanter, which is just going to be the... I'm not going to take anything. Or sorry, we hit White Orchid Phantom, which is obviously the selection here. What's nice also is if they do have Whir plus Tamashi, they're not going to be able to activate the Tamashi unless they have an untapped MDFC in their hand, and they didn't play an MDFC last turn. And then hopefully we could just double Ephemerate them out of the game. Their hand is Whir, 3 mystery cards. Don't they play actual counterspell or Nah? For the most part, Nah seems to be the answer. Wow, I drew a 3rd Ephemerate. For the most part, Nah seems to be the answer. Okay, so this is actually a really weird spot. They need white. Well, they get white off the Lotus, so they would need a land to have the white. So this is very weird and technical, but we want to Ephemerate in our damage step here because my opponent has Whir. So we want to be able to Skyclave Apparition, exile the Lotus. And so in order to do that, we need them to not be able to float mana. Well, I guess they would just float it, and we would still be able to do it in the main phase. Never mind. This gives us maybe a little bit more flexibility. This deck is making me think how long it's been since I've seen Aether Vial on stream. Yeah, it has definitely been a bit. It's cool that Skyclave is like good modern card again too. Been all-star of this league so far. Okay, Shoal, pitch a Whir. I guess I might lose if their last card is Tamashi. Although with only 1 land in play, I guess Tamashi is a lot worse. Do I ever want to sack this White Orchid Phantom for a Ranger-Captain? I think no, I don't. Not this turn. I think I want to be able to threaten the Ephemerate. Although I don't know, maybe if double Ephemerate the Ranger Captain is good. Birth in the Skyclave. Yeah, I missed the Skyclave. They might be able to like. Yeah, they just concede. Okay. Yeah, I mean, again, I definitely have built this as like a metagame killer to some extent, but like not only do we have like the White Orchid Phantoms, Ranger Captain, Skyclave game 1, we get to bring in 5 like 2-mana win the game creatures, which is super nice. Thraben Charm kills Tamashii, and it also exiles the graveyard for Tamashii. Sometimes you'll want to do one or the other. I think I'll trim 1 copy, trim 1 Solitude, maybe 2 Solitudes. Trim a Eternal Witness. Don't you get Witness there? I didn't see a Witness on the pile. If there was a Witness, I should have grabbed it. I think I want both Mites, probably. I might just cut all of my Guide of Souls. Solitude seems bad. Killing Tamashii is so important. Killing Tamashii is sometimes the most important thing you can do against Belcher. Tamashii is insane. And this attitude is making you lose to Tamashii more often. You can maybe play 1 less, but I think I think I want like 5 of this effect. What do I sideboard against energy? I cut the White Orchid Phantoms, and then I right now my plan is to cut the Phantoms to bring in 4th Skyclave and 3 Sanctifier en-Vecs. So maybe we want to play 1 less Sanctifier in our board, but that is the plan at the moment. I understand. I think they'll remove it post board. You think they'll cut Tamashii post board? I think that's kind of nuts, but that is an argument, I suppose. I was under the impression Belcher should never cut Tamashii in any situation. The card is too insane. But and it's not like you have to be scared of creature removal because you just have infinite counter spells. Your whirs become worse. Everything becomes worse. What do you think of the red, white, green build with Raptor? I think that build's okay. We have played it. I think that the White Orchid Phantoms become a little bit trickier on the mana, especially with the main deck Flagstones, and I really want to lean more into it. But yeah, you could play Raptor in this shell. Bit awkward with Solitudes. I think the Solitudes are kind of good in this deck. Definitely don't love the Solitudes here. I think drawing a second Teeg, I'm just going to play the Teeg first here. Don't forget about Suncleanser. I have actually intentionally forgot about Suncleanser. I think that card is bad. Just bad, period. Especially now that Jeskai just doesn't play Wrath the Sky as much. He just went Teeg against their deck anyways. Intimidating 18 months. Thank you. Welcome back. Okay, so probably play the Oof this turn to play around Whir. So since I don't love that they can Whir in response to Teeg. They should print Sacred Ground. I can't remember, what does Sacred Ground do again? This is modern legal. Whenever a spell or ability opponent controls as a land to be put in graveyard from play, return that land to play. Yeah, the card is modern legal, just isn't, like, I think good enough to play. Kind of fun card. So I guess if they just go land Belcher, we have to draw a land for Skyclave. We're getting censored out of this game, too. Feels like we could have more in the board for energy if we're worried about. Yeah, we could. Didn't Ghost Quarter Sacred Ground, get all your lands or something? Yeah, that's like a super outlier game. Come on. It's not a very common outcome in this format. I think Tamashii, in my experience, only shines in matchups or consign as real concern. That has not been my experience. Tamashii is just so insane and has so much utility. And is just like cantrips while making you infinite mana and drawing you like 5 spells. Alright, so I guess we need to draw a land or an Oof. Okay, there's the second Oof. No Pact of Negation. I guess we lose to Can't Scream. Or just any bounce spell. But they don't have it this turn. They're probably dead next turn. Any legacy reprint you would like to see in Mage 3 now that Meadow settled? Yeah, I think I still would have really liked to see Innocent Blood. Innocent Blood, I think, would be super fine with like Ocelot Pride and Johnny Raptor in the format. Yeah, I think Innocent Blood for me was like the main one. Yeah, Into the Flood Mom. If we lose this game where we went, okay, we didn't, but Teeg into Oof, and we had to play the second, like, 2-mana win the game card, or the fourth one, sorry. Okay, let's get a trophy prediction going. What do you mean it draws you several cards? So for one, Tamashi draws a card immediately with its ability, its triggered ability, but it also puts Seagate Restoration into your hand, and Sink into the Stupor into your hand, and Jarari Disruption, just like all of the, it puts spells into your hand, because all of your lands are spells. Alright, I'd keep if we had second hand land, I think we just mulligan. Keeping this one. Putting back the Portico. Frozen with the 44 months. Thank you. Welcome back. If anyone ever redeems a VIP mod after loss, you should not respect it. Well, it's happened. We'd have no VIP or mods if that was the case. I know I've cast that card more often than I think, but my point is Tamashi is a creature that dies removal, and you still need both Belcher and Lotus to win with it. I mean, I don't think we're really on two different pages, but I think we are. I think we are. I think Tamashi is insane. I think Tamashi is bananas mode. And you don't need both Belcher and Lotus to win with it. You literally just need a Seagate Restoration, and you just draw like 7 cards, and like they're literally all spells. Yeah, I could hear you singing, but I didn't think chat could hear you singing, Esther. Yeah, sing louder. But it's okay, we can have different sides of the opinion here, of course. Alright, they grab a Shoal with the Archaeologist. There's a good chance I will just Solitude the Archaeologist so that I can get Guide of Souls energy going online and just trying to race my opponent. Gonna be digging for something a bit more impactful, though. Let me see what my next card is. Yeah, I think with just nothing coming, let's play this. They shouldn't be able to Shoal. Obviously, we don't care if they flare. I think I put the counters on the cat token. So either for 5 this turn, got them on a 2-turn clock. Might be fast enough. Maybe not with this Belcher coming down. Did we see Wicked? I wasn't that interested in watching Wicked. Esther saw it and she really liked it, and she thinks I'll like it, so I'm going to watch it with her. My younger sister, when we were like tweens or whatever, she played like the Wicked soundtrack on repeat over and over and over for like a full year. So like even to this day, years later, I'm kind of sick of Wicked. To be honest. So if I cast the Witch Enchanter, I have Kitty's Blessing. Is this an excellent matchup? I think it's pretty good. We just beat it. We have a ton of insane cards against them. But Belcher's also really broken and has a lot of free counter spells. We might die next turn. If we get dealt 3 more damage, then it's a lot tougher because they can't just go untap land Belcher. They have the Whir coming down. Making Pride fly seems better against Thundertrap or something. Yeah, maybe. I was just thinking about Sink into the Stupor. I'd kind of rather than bounce the token than bounce one of these. Okay, I'm going to go get some water real quick. How do they play and activate with 4 mana? Yeah, the Lotus coming down. I'm interested in this conversation. You might be wrong. I'm more than 300 reps of the deck. Super interested. Yeah, I think the conversation is interesting too, Herity. I just don't know if there's any more conversation to be had, right? Because like, I feel like sometimes we just kind of say our piece and there's nothing else. Not sure what their plan is. Like they're pretty dead, even with 1 Sink into the Stupor. Fuck. That was their plan. That's a tough card to play around. Put counters at Witch Enchanter. Well, I think you want to put it on your lowest power creature just to have more damage overall. We're weirdly not that far away from surviving a Belcher activation too. Like 34, they're going to deal us like 42. Gross Bill with the 8 months. Thank you. Welcome back. What else I want to ask if you play the Shoals and Commandeer? I play the Shoals in the main, and I don't think I would main deck Commandeer, but I'd have 1 or 2 in the board, I would imagine. Very cool. Bien Veil. Getting the job done. How do you ever play around that? Alright, let's take a look at their build. They're playing main deck Force. They're playing 2 main deck packs and a main deck Commandeer. Because, like, I feel like I might just play, like, actual factual counterspell in some of these spots. I don't know if I would play 4. When I was playing the deck, I like to have some number of that card. Turn 1 Solitude, turn 1 Charm. Turn 1 Witness. I guess I only had 3 Skyclaves last time. Maybe that seems okay. If you did an Enchanter, you could have tried to kill Lotus, but it was rough. Yeah, I mean... Yeah, maybe that was better. It's like so hard to like visualize that Bien Veil is like the card to play around in this game. It might have been. Yeah, I remember I was shit talking Bien Veil a little bit when I was working on the archetype a couple months ago. Yeah, I was playing Selective Memory. I mean, this was like very early into the deck kind of coming back. And for me, like, so like the Selective Memory deck was popping up, the build of the deck. And then I'm like, okay, this deck needs to play Flares. And so I added the Flares, and then I think a lot of people realized that was the case. And so Flares became stock. And then some other genius, like maybe it was obvious in retrospect, although those are always the best ideas that seem obvious in retrospect. But someone added Tamashi, I can't remember who it was, and I think that's just the best build by a lot. Okay, I'm going to keep this hand. And I think it's important to just lead on Guide turn 1 in these kind of draws so that you have that pressure backed up by your lock piece, and this can kind of get out of control pretty quick. They do mold a 6. Yeah, I don't think the Pin Type Prisms are good. Was it Doom? It might have been Doom. I remember, like, I know the Seif was working on, like, a non-Tamashi build. But yeah, Tamashi is insane, and you should definitely play 4. It's just so much utility. It's like kind of an unbelievable card, I think. Yeah, it might have been Yendrick. Our guy's just too slow. Yeah, they're kind of off plan. Like, Pride is just good by itself because they don't have much removal. Sometimes awkward if they play Trainer. But we just have so many lock pieces that I think you're just kind of interested in, like, just playing a crazy lock piece every turn, besides maybe sometimes a turn 1 Pride that puts pressure on them. That's been my attitude, at least. So I'm probably going to Ranger-Captain the turn that Lotus Bloom can come down. Teeg is really, really ridiculously good. I should probably grab Haywire Mite so I could Haywire Mite a Portable Hole or an Unable to Scream. But it is also good to have this Belcher talk too, because I am considering Belcher for the modern championship. As of the point, we might have survived Belcher activation last game if we had buff Pride rather than token. I mean, we would have gained 4 more life, maybe 6. That still wasn't enough. But yeah, it might have been better. It's like everything is so marginal on that decision, so it's pretty tough to really say for sure what the best thing was. Yeah, this also gets rid of the Unable to Scream, which is probably more important than anything. Sorry for rhyming. What is championship? Championship is on Saturday. 64 player, invite only. We qualified a couple months ago. First place Mox invite and Pro Tour invite. Oh, sorry. I guess I should have played Mite first. Does it stop Bloom? Yeah, So Ranger Captain makes it to where Ranger-Captain makes it to where the bloom is unable to be cast because they can't cast a non-creature spell, so the bloom just stays in exile. Even against the bounce spell, I think it's better to buff the Pride token. Yeah, I think you might be right. For some reason, I'm just having a hard time wrapping my head around it. How good do you think Frockless is for that tournament? I think probably awful. Yeah, probably an awful choice. Like, kind of simply put, Frockulous is bad against Energy. Energy is going to be the most popular deck in this tournament by a lot. It's usually around 32 people. From what I can tell, it's 64. I know, from what I read, it was 64. But which seems higher than it, like the last time I played one of these. Yeah, they might be in Veil again. Sometimes, like, people, don't play too. I'm gonna have a busy day that day too. Oh, let me check what time it is. Now that I'm here. Yeah, I don't know if it's been created yet. I just see the last chances. Okay, on to game 3. Have I tested Mono White Martyr at all? I played a couple like variants, yeah. I think it's okay. There's something there. It's not an archetype I have a ton of experience with. Yeah, I did fix what legacy queue I'm in. To all of my handlers in chat who I love and make everything easier. I'm in the Legacy Last Chance. 1 hour to go. Thank you for genuinely. I might have missed that I joined the league instead. I'm gonna go use the restroom real quick.
What's up? It's me, your friend Aspiring Spike. What's up? It's me, your friend Aspiring Spike. What's up? It's me, your friend Aspiring Spike. What's up? It's me, your friend Aspiring Spike.
Okay, let's go. Yeah, Modern Championship is this Saturday. I don't know what time exactly. We'll see. Okay, we have a Boseiju, White Orchid Phantom on the draw against Belcher. I'm going to keep. I think Shoal kind of underperforms. I also just disagree. Maybe it's cool that we can have just like complete opposite opinions on this. I lose so many games because my opponent just has like Shoal and they just can counter my lock piece without having a creature sack to flare. Like I'm just on the play and my opponent has, and I just have a 2-mana lock piece and my opponent can just Shoal it and stop them from dying. It also like slows down energy by a full turn and gives you time to combo a lot as well. It's also an offensive counter spell sometimes to protect your combo. How do you feel about Rallier over Witness? I feel like Witness is much better. Witness plus Ephemerate gives you like this like inevitability in the late game. It gives you so much utility. Witness a lot of times is better off Birthing Ritual, but not always, of course. I'm a big fan of Eternal Witness in the shell. I know that everyone else plays Rallier, and I think they are all wrong. I feel very confidently about this. I think the they revealed the Flare of Denial. Like there will be moments Rallier is better, but I think Witness is much better overall. So this turn, I would kind of like to find a different white card to pitch to the Solitude. Gonna get some Panera soon. Yeah, could you get me a soup, Esther? And maybe, I think we'll just jam the White Orchid Phantom, actually. Yeah, maybe Boseiju here was better. But I think I'm just gonna jam and like let it trade and then like surveil Boseiju and have answers for like hardcast Belcher and have answers for Tamashi also. Maybe Boseiju the bloom. And then also like a Diet Coke Esther, please. Because we're gonna be going kind of long today. Because like I don't love Bosejuing the land and letting them Lotus Bloom potentially. Yeah, they might have been considering Shoal. We're doing Flagstone stuff. Yeah, we have Flagstones in the deck, which makes these a bit better some games. They put a War of Invention into their hand. Untapped Lab, which is kind of interesting. think I should probably play the Skyclave this turn so I could like Ephemerate it next turn and try to get rid of the bloom that way potentially, and then maybe I could try to Boseiju a Belcher. We'll see if this even resolves. Oh, I also probably should have got a Temple Garden there. Wait, I said soup and Boseiju. Oh no, my mind is going. Okay, so yeah, they might have the bounce spell up here. They could also have spell snare. One of those seems like kind of the only possibilities, right? Could have consign. Yeah, maybe one of they consign the Skyclave ETB. Out of all the food to miss Panera. Yeah, Panera, in my opinion, is not not very good. I honest. Okay, 5 cards in their hand. They're missing their land drop here. So if we are able to effectively Boseiju, or sorry, effectively Skyclave them next turn, then we'll definitely be Boseijuing a land. Have you considered Essence Reliquary to replay the White Orchid Phantoms, Ranger-Captain Solitudes? We have Eternal Witness is that effect. Eternal Witness plus Ephemerate is doing that in this deck, and I think doing it better. Okay, they decide to not whir end of turn. Gab told me to cut all the Pact Negations a million times. Yeah, I also don't think Pact is very good in this deck. I would probably not play more than like 1 in the 75. So I maybe I should have Belchered on my instep, because now my opponent actually they can just sack the bloom to whir again. It's okay. Esther likes Panera. She's eating healthy, you know. That's okay. Get a draw step stop too. Okay, so they shoal pitching spell snare. So my opponent's hand is whir and some mystery cards. They didn't have an untapped land last turn. They also grabbed shoal, or sorry, they grabbed whir over another shoal, right? Or sink into the stupor, which makes me think that they're trying to whir for Belcher, which makes me I think want to hold this Boseiju for now. Maybe go Skyclave next turn. Okay. So they can't Belcher and activate here. Hopefully they don't have another Tamashi, I guess. Pretty cooked if they do. If I Boseiju this bloom end of turn, they just whir for another bloom. But now that we have Mite on top, that's okay. I guess they attack first. They don't like use the mana in combat. 3 cards in their hand. They just have another whir. Three cards left. I don't think they have or they didn't have a Belcher in their hand like 3 turns ago. This could be a bit different now. They have 2 cards. We have a lot of good top decks. That counts as one of them. Not amazing, but stops Belcher plus activate. How'd the Monument deck go? We 3-2'd. Assuming you mean the Godpharaoh's Gift deck, which is not Monument or whatever, but we 3-2'd our last league. All right, getting snared.
Snared.
We got snared, yeah.
Get wrecked.
What
What kind of soup you want? Chili?
Yeah, I'll do the chili. That sounds good. Thank you, sweetheart.
Mm-hmm.
So my opponent can whir for a Belcher potentially. I believe I still have second Haywire Mite. It's a bit weird though. So It seems like I should, before I do anything ever here, I should just pass the turn. Because if they have Whir, the Mite just kind of counters it. Now, what I think I should do is I think I should Haywire Mite the Lotus Bloom. Because if they have Whir, they can Whir for Belcher, but they won't be able to activate it. And then I can just attack them for 5. And it also stops a top deck Belcher from being good. I'm practicing for the Modern Championships. We qualified for it a couple months ago. 64 players. First place gets a Pro Tour invite, Mox invite. Very exciting tournament. Pretty high stakes. Okay. Things are looking pretty good now. It only took double White Orchid Phantom, Solitude, Boseiju, Ephemerate, Skyclave, Ranger-Captain, double Mite, Gaddock Teeg to start to feel like it's pretty good. And they're not dead yet. They let it get exiled. Yeah, they shouldn't have let it get exiled, but they have 2 more blooms in the yard, so it doesn't really matter. And we have lethal next turn. And a Diet Coke Sweetie too. That's the most important one. Well, the hits keep coming. They can't double block with one of these. Maybe it'd be Veil. Yeah. What's the Modern Championship? A Magic Online tournament? Yeah, it's a Magic Online tournament. It's part of what used to be called the Mox, the Magic Online Championship series. That's kind of been rebranded into the Showcase series. Feeling pretty good. Feeling pretty good about our spot here. I guess they could still top deck Tamashi. What is the event? Okay, so the event is Saturday. I will not be streaming it though. Not only is it, I think, just a big punt to kind of tell everybody what deck I'm playing the day of, but also we're hosting Friendsgiving that day, so there's a good chance I'm running downstairs and hosting in between rounds, depending on how late a run I make and depending on what time it starts.
Do you know what time it starts?
No, they haven't posted it yet.
What?
Yeah, I looked. I didn't see it. Yeah.
What the heck? We could postpone Friendsgiving for like 6 o'clock or something.
That would be great. That would be great. We have 2 big modern events. I have Thanksgiving, Friendsgiving, and a doctor's appointment 3 days in a row. So we just have to be grinding on stream. Thankfully, I'm a full-time modern player, so I can afford to do this. Although we're also playing Legacy soon. We did a prediction at or we already did a prediction at 3-0. So on the draw here against Energy, with kind of a slower hand, unfortunately. Let's go get a Surveil going, I guess. To the lower half, okay. Yeah, I just didn't see it in the client. Okay, so Saturday, November 30th, Season 3 Champion Showcase, 8 a.m. Pacific time. So about 10 a.m. my time. Should be fine. Could be good to get planes to play around Moon, but I feel like digging for like a Solitude specifically seemed pretty interesting. Don't love losing the die roll. Don't love not having a Solitude or a 1-drop on the draw, but I'm hoping you do well and have a banger YouTube video. Yeah, me too. I think it's also kind of interesting design space because like these kind of events just aren't like recorded that often. They're maybe streamed more often. So they hit a Flage. Go live, but it's just my face cam. If Tamashi is the only out, we could hold Ephemerate up. I mean, the Ranger-Captain we could sack if they played Tamashi, maybe. Yeah, Raptor's still the best card in Boros. I'm down to 7. This is definitely not a good look for our first game against Energy here, but it's good to have this out of the way now. Things could have been pretty different. So I can go play Ocelot Pride, kill something with my Thraben Charm this turn, and then probably still be dead. I'm not really sure how I'm even ever living here. Yeah. I'm at 6, kill this, can't kill the Guide of Souls. Well, I guess that isn't 0 life, huh? Technically correct to do this so that I could witness back in Ocelot Pride. They have to have literally nothing, but we have 4 lands in their hand. Okay, deck for Donnie. We also maybe should have mulliganed against a Gigantha reveal. Yeah, we saw someone post a list. It was Bolt who posted a list with just one Arena of Glory as a Myco spawn target. I actually think that's makes a lot of sense, and I kind of take back a lot of the things I was saying. Yeah, it looks okay. I really kind of don't love how the mana could just be so much better if we just were mono green instead and you just played the second and third All Is Dust over the Kozilek's returns, but then you have the Arena of Glory. That's the whole meme. Okay, game 2. Let me sideboard real quick. Okay, so my tentative plan is to bring in the Sanctifiers and the 4th Skyclave, cutting the white Orchid Phantoms. Now, I guess I also need to play at least the first Haywire Mite, probably both Haywire Mites. Mine is just kind of good against them. Let's plan on that. Let's plan on going down a 3-drop, probably 3rd Eternal Witness if I'm bringing in another 3-drop. And then we could go down a Thraben Charm, play only 1 Haywire Mite, play only 2 Sanctifiers. I think I want 3 Sanctifiers. Try Ranger-Captain. Try this. 3 Sync, not 4. Yeah, you don't really want to draw multiples. We have Thraben Charm for other Graveyard Hate. You have Ritual to dig for Sanctifier. Yeah, I know there's only 1 more Sanctifier. I intentionally only want 3 in this matchup, and I bring in the 4th Sanctifier in matchups like Goryo's. Should you just have a Mite main door if I'm bringing a lot of... Yeah, we could maybe main deck Mite. I don't like that it's kind of dead against Dimir, but that might be the only matchup, so maybe Mite main is correct. Challenge for you, Spike. Make Rakdos great again. Were you watching like 2 months ago when we were like at 1 point 13-2 with Rakdos Dreadhorde Arcanist? Yeah, I think if you want to, I just want to play more red cards potentially, but Linebreaker is just not very good, so there are no good red cards to play. The Alpine Moons on the board are kind of interesting. I feel like the build overall looks pretty good, and I kind of just want to see potentially more World Breakers for that Ponza plan. Last month, I think it was 2 months ago. It might have been last month. Let's see. Yeah, it was about 1 month ago. We were like 13-2 at one point with this deck, and it was pretty good. It was I don't think I'm super seriously considering it for the championship, but I liked it. So there you go. There's a Rakdos deck. Yeah, maybe a Carplusion Forest better than Stomping Ground in that deck. Does Boros Energy even have some really bad matchups? Nope. It has some unfavorable matchups, but nothing like that's just super get farmed. Does this deck not want any Johnnies? I played a Johnny in this archetype in the past. I think in this build it doesn't make a lot of sense because we're more of like a slower, more like this. I view this deck as a control deck, which is maybe a little bit weird. And I think a Johnny with no red permanents just isn't good at controlling. Testing the food deck with Yeager? Probably not. I will be testing Amulet, yeah, but I don't think I'll be testing Amulet on stream. Also, because, like, and everybody just forget that I said this, but if I do end up playing Amulet in this tournament, nobody is gonna put me on Amulet. You know what I mean? We'll be playing standard format next RCQ season around the corner. Maybe I'm more so interested in like the Spotlight Series event than I am the RCQ season, but. Yeah, I think I'll play some standard. I'm pretty high on Linebreaker when I get to points over Redeem Deck Tech. Running 31 main deck Eldrazi creatures with a more Eldrazi plan. Ship it. You don't need the points. Let me see. I may be critical, but I'm interested. Yeah, I would play Scales in the event and just farm, but the lawsuit is ongoing still. They did not like the Bird Scale deck. 31 creatures and only 3 Battle Mage. I've been really liking Battle Mage. I think for this deck concept, for like what you're trying to do, looks pretty good. 24 lands. Yeah, it looks pretty good. The sideboard Ring, sideboard Torpor Orb all kind of throw me off. Like, Ring is just not a sideboard card, you know? Unless there's like some weirdness with plans or whatever, but I think the list looks pretty nice. Looks very fun. I don't think it's better than like Eldrazi Tron or whatever that's worth. What's the Deal's Discord about? I'm so excited to talk about it once I legally can. Okay, they keep a card on top with the Elegant Parlor. Eldrazi list with 1 Ghost Quarter main. I think it's kind of interesting, yeah. Yeah, the problem is a lot of the creatures just aren't that aggressive. Like, even Sire of the Seven Deaths, you know, sometimes you'll haste it, but it's still a 7-mana card. Devour is a 7-mana card. That looks pretty cool. Okay, now I wish I had bottomed a Birthing Ritual. Any image throughs with Eldrazi... Any image throughs with Eldrazi Mimic or that card not good enough. Yeah, I think that card's not very good. It's not very bad either. But it just, like, it kind of simply, it doesn't work very well with any of the new Eldrazi that got printed, except maybe for Sire of the Seven Deaths, which just came out. Like, it just, you know, they didn't print more Reality Smashers and Seers. They printed kind of smaller Eldrazi with more synergy. Okay, now I'm happy. The emotional swings are wild here. I'm going to grab a Guide of Souls, I think. Maybe she could... yeah, let's just grab Haywire Mite, because we can just sack it to the ritual, or we can deal with a Blood Moon if they have a Blood Moon, which could be a problem. There's Wumpus. Yeah, I mean, Wumpus was, like, okay, I think at the beginning, but just the meta is shaped in a way that it isn't very good. I thought the legal thing was a metaphor. It's not. It's just a joke. It's not real. Okay. Sorry for revealing and spoiling the joke. You're gonna try Storm out this week, then. I think a lot of the boring decks like Storm I'm gonna do off stream, unless I find something interesting for Storm. Then that one will probably be on stream. Okay, I'm a little bit worried about a Galvanic Discharge or Bolt, so I don't want to try to Ephemerate the Ranger-Captain here. Thank you, sweetheart. Mm-hmm. Maybe I should... sorry, I should have attacked, and then if they chump, I get to Skyclave the Ajani. We're looking at the cards, though. I think I will still Skyclave the Ajani. Partially because we can have this in play to Ephemerate for later. You are the original Boros player. Why not fine tune it? I will be working on Boros Synergy off stream in preparation for this event. I think I'm unlikely to play it on stream because I think it's just a little bit less interesting, and I still need to play interesting decks on stream to some extent. But yeah, I will consider it the most popular deck in the format for this big modern event. I think I'm going to play this tapped because I'm going to be digging for an Eternal Witness pretty hard. Just join a qualifier for a big event. Yeah, I did a while ago, but it's just kind of now coming up this weekend. It's kind of crept up on me.
I got an oatmeal raisin cookie.
Very nice.
I already took a bite out of it.
Okay, so I think I want to get Ranger-Captain first, since this is going to maybe just be a good Ephemerate target. It can block the 2/2s, and it can also give me Guide of Souls to start really going crazy. And then let's just look at this trigger here. Maybe wanting to just sack the Ranger-Captain. I find a Witch Enchanter, which doesn't really do anything. I can't get the Solitude without a Witch Enchanter. I could just grab a Mite, but I think instead I'll just sack nothing. Mite the Ring. Is Energy going to get a ban? I think that they... I hope that they ban the One Ring. I also hope they ban Giganta. These are two cards that the Energy deck plays. I don't know if they'll ban any of the other cards. Or I don't know if they'll ban anything, but... it seems like less likely maybe that they would ban those at this moment in time. Yeah, it was... Maybe we should have already sacked the Ranger Captain. I don't think I'm supposed to sack here. They're like Guide of Souls. And then with the 7, thank you, welcome back. Raise the Pass. I was trying to play Raise the Pass with Zuberas and allies, and obviously failed to do that. Okay, they hit a Discharge. This matchup is so hard without sweepers. I actually feel very ahead at this moment, so I don't know. Maybe we have different thoughts. I feel like I'm currently winning this game. I don't know. I'm not saying this matchup is definitely good or bad, but I feel ahead. Yeah, with them seemingly not having another removal spell, very ahead. Yeah, good to get these so you can sack them and get like another guide, maybe. Ocelot Pride, Skyclave Apparition. Yeah, I'll just get another Pride in play here. Why not? And then here... Yeah, let's go ahead and actually sack the Sanctifier and grab an Eternal Witness for the... Oh, no, the Ephemerate didn't go back to the yard. That's okay. I'll just grab Haywire Mite for Ring or Blood Moon or Bombardment, maybe. Don't think I'm dead to Bombardment. Not very scared of a Flage here. Interesting, I think goes ahead. Yeah, I mean, I just kind of feel like this would be what the game looks like, and I'm at 20 life, and I have 2 Birthing Rituals still going. Like, the rituals just go so crazy. Yeah, they're a bit flooded. Yeah, I'm not declaring that this game... I just definitely have a good matchup, but... It's just everybody's dooming in the chat. I'm like, I'm winning this game. Also, the Legacy thing is starting in, like, 30 minutes. Probably should... Okay, they're going to jump the cap. Oh, wrong choice. My opponent's also punting, which is always a nice little treat. Yeah, I don't think... we can maybe chump block. Let's chump block with a cat. Well, no, I might want to Birthing Ritual the cat, actually. Okay, no cards in their hand. I'm at 10 live. Let's get rid of their Guide of Souls here. Looks like I'm not going to make any cats, but I may sack this cat. Yeah, let's go ahead and get another Guide of Souls into play. And then there's just a Solitude there, so we say no. Unfortunately, Mr. Sari, 44 months. Thank you. Welcome back. Appreciate you, my friend. Hope you're doing well. They have a Gigantha. Oh, they didn't Gigantha in hand last turn. They surveilled instead, maybe? Okay, probably trading here. You doing well, new job today. Oh, congrats. Have a good first day. If you want to send me a scales list that you're liking, Mr. Sari, I'll put it in my queue to test. Probably not on stream, but we'll see. Luris isn't better than Ring, Flage, and Blood Moon. I mean, she is, because you just don't have to draw it, you know? Just get it for free. Luris is maybe the best card on the modern ban list. Maybe not, but up there. Okay, so I want to get this Guide of Souls up to 4 toughness. Just get another Guide of Souls. Just gain a bunch of life, and then eventually you'll figure it out. What else is up there? Ayavugan. Faithful Swooning is actually really high up there. Probably not the highest. Treasure Cruise. Probably not Probe, but Probe is coming to mind. Oko, yeah, Oko, Chromox. Simeon Spirit Guide. Yeah, let me look at the yeah, I know that you're like so high on the Emeries. I feel like Emery is so hard to cast on turn 2. Maybe not. Maybe the Welding Jars help. Only 3 consigns is interesting. I'll give it a go though. I'll give it a go. Okay. If I take 8, my opponent has 2 cards in hand. I can go to 7, and I kind of don't die to any I guess it would Bombardment Ajani kill me? They would be able to flip the Ajani. I'd be down to 6. The Ajani would trigger down to 3. Yeah, I would die, so let's chump block, I guess. Can they escape the Flage here? Uh-oh. You get pretty punished for my chump. Kind of have to draw a creature. We do have a lot of sick top decks. That's not exactly one of them. Oh, sorry. There's not really much point to attacking and using the energy. Oh, maybe it is. The thing is, I probably have to sack the one I attack with, so I just don't know if the 5 damage matters that much. I also don't know if I'm going to be able to use the energy really at all. Fortunately, I hit no 2s to chain into a 3 this turn. Well, I do hit Sanctifier and back. Am I dead anyways? No, I'm not dead. I have to ephemerate my Sanctifier to gain 1 life, though, which kind of sucks. Did I just sack the wrong one? I don't think so, because the 5/6 is pretty nice. I don't know, maybe it was wrong. Because I have to cash in the Ephemerate. I was thinking I just could do that. It is probably wrong. The more I'm thinking about it. Okay. 1 card in their hand. We're at 1 life. Any creatures, very good draw. We're at 2 life now. Guide of Souls can block the 4/4 in the air. Now that it's a 5/6. I draw Lush Portico. Not very good. Maybe I can hit... Okay, well, damn it. I was going to say, maybe I can hit a... Or did I not already have a Solitude in the yard? Oh, I didn't already have a Solitude in the yard. So maybe I can hit Eternal Witness and Solitude the Flage. That would stabilize. Okay. Nothing in the top 6. That to trigger. Not if I find Solitude. My plan is to find Witness, grab Witness, Solitude this. Did not find a Witness. Okay, we're done. Okay, so 4-0 and to lose to energy. Not very promising. The matchup did not look as good as we would have to hope it is. I think I will probably, with this deck, what I probably will have to do is just kind of dedicated, like do an evening of testing it against energy, do like 10 matches, and then against someone who's like not going to be punting, so I might like text Dingo or something. And just see how that goes. See if we open up anything interesting in these treasure chests. Open a Kalia. Metalwork Colossus one day. Okay, so not a lot there. Okay, we have a lot to get to as far as testing goes. We also have a legacy prelim coming in. Let me check my 2 test.